Hello and welcome to the channel. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress APC, met with organized labor yesterday. The bodies, which consist of the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC and Trade Union Congress TUC, gave conditions to the former Lagos State Governor to be met in order for their support. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Let's go. 2023 NLC TUC give Tinubu conditions. The All Progressives Congress presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Tinubu on Monday met with the leadership of organized labor in Abuja. The town hall meeting, which held at Shida Hotel in the Federal Capital Territory, was well attended by labor leaders from the Nigerian Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress, among others. This is even as the leadership of the organized labor presented the APC candidate with their demands, which included a total war on corruption. In attendance were the president of the NLC, Ayuba Waba, his contemporary in TUC, Festus Osifo, Tinubu's running mate, Senator Kashim Shettima, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, Governor Simon Lalong of Plateau State, Secretary of the APC Campaign Council, James Faleke, Kebbi Governor Atiku Bagudu, his contemporary in Jigawa, Abubakar Badaru, and Abdurrahman Abdurrazak of Kwara State. While making an overture to the organized labor to pitch tent with him ahead of the 2023 presidential election, Tinubu stated that he has track record for good governance and remains the most qualified to lead Nigeria among the contesting presidential candidates. In his address, the APC flag bearer, who intermittently spoke off his written speech, said his antecedents as former Lagos State Governor, during which he transformed the state and powered it to the fifth largest economy in Africa, speaks for him. Tinubu listed the problems of unemployment, lack of credit system to allow workers to own houses, poverty challenges in the educational sector, weak industrial base of the economy as what he is coming to address as the president of Nigeria. The choice is yours, but permit me to now talk a little about myself and my vision. I have always been and will continue to be a progressive Democrat. In my worldview, government has a cardinal responsibility to work not only with business, but also with labor to ensure that all constituent parts of our society are afforded their fair share of rewards without taking on undue hardship, Tinubu said. According to him, I have been at the forefront of fighting the government for good governance all my life. I was detained and eventually forced into exile. The former Lagos governor narrated how he fought tooth and nail for democracy and fled into exile at the peak of National Democratic Coalition movement against the military junta in the country. He said, "As organized labor, you have been at the forefront of the workers' rights movement in Nigeria, championing economic fairness and the welfare of the average person, the weak and the forgotten. You have also been involved in the struggle for democracy and political rights. Your collective efforts breathe life into the democratic rights and economic ideals enshrined in our Constitution. I can speak fondly of your impact on our nation because of my personal history on the front lines of the social justice movement. I may be running for president now, but I was not always in this position. Long before I started running for the presidency, I was running away from military dictators angered by my important role in protest against them and their efforts to vanquish our democratic aspirations. The defining moment of my public life came during Nigeria's struggle for democracy and my membership in the National Democratic Coalition, NADECO movement. I have dedicated my entire being to that cause. I was detained, then was forced into exile because of my refusal to accept anything less than a government based on the proposition that the will of the people is sovereign and should reign over armed might and imposition. I believe that those assembled here today share the same ideals of progressive and democratic good governance. I have spent my political life advocating for the rights and interests of ordinary Nigerians, as you also do. We have long been fellow travelers on the same road. I hope that we shall continue as friends and brothers." Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. While appreciating Tinubu for his presence, the NLC president presented the workers' charter of demands, which included total war on corruption. According to him, corruption has almost destroyed the social and economic fabric of Nigeria across the private and public sectors and is a reason the country is not making the desired progress. In Nigeria, our problem is people's problem, and we must have a government that will prioritize the fight against corruption. This is a key demand for Labour. We also need a government that will make social and economic justice a priority, he said. Responding to the question on corruption, a determined Tinubu vowed that his administration would have a zero tolerance to corruption by strengthening anti-corruption agencies. Meanwhile, the All Progressives Congress Presidential Campaign Council on Sunday night accused the opposition People's Democratic Party flag bearer Atiku Abubakar and his campaign team of chasing shadows. The statement of the APC campaign team was a response to the scathing allegation raised by Atiku's Special Assistant on Public Communication, Frank Shaibu. Shaibu had accused the presidential candidate of the APC, Bola Tinubu, of having many things to hide by evading debates, non-partisan town hall meetings, and live interviews. He went further to claim Tinubu built his entire life and persona on falsehood, hence his decision to continue to run all over the place. The APC, however, hit back in a statement issued in Abuja on Sunday by the Director of Media and Publicity for Tinubu Shetima Campaign Council, Bayo Onanuga. Onanuga stated that Atiku's camp is jittery and has resorted to cloud chasing when it is becoming clear that Tinubu would coast home to victory at the February 25th poll. The statement read, "Our attention has been drawn to a statement by one Frank Shaibu, an Atiku Abubakar special media assistant, whose specialty appears to be muckraking." In another puerile move, Shaibu challenged our candidate to give his full name and went on a journey of fantasy about his early education and parentage, matters already thrown into the dustbin decades ago. We were not surprised that the desperate Atiku camp, faced with mounting setbacks in its campaign, will engage in another round of mudslinging after it failed to make any capital over its amplified allegation of drug dealing against our candidate. This latest allegation, we must say, is another attempt at shadow boxing, having failed to pull the wool over the eyes of Nigerians on its 16 years of infamous criminal sabotage of our fatherland, in which Atiku was the overseer of the privatization of our national assets program and shortchanged our people. The PDP has just woken up to the reality that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's sure victory in the presidential election of 25 February 2023 is inevitable, hence this desperate resort to character assassination and innuendos. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Bye.